Hello everyone. So I'm on my way to meet my sponsor at Newcastle Rider Training. I'm in the centre of Newcastle at the moment, and they're just based outside in a place called Leamington. So I'm just driving off to see them, and you'll notice that I'm not on the motorbike because I was having some issues when fitting my side box rack. That the indicator, you have to remount it at the back of the bike, and the indicator wire didn't stretch far enough, so I've only got one indicator, and I'm pretty sure that's illegal to ride with. So yeah, so I'm taking the car, and I'm just going to meet with Neil, who owns Newcastle Rider Training. They've already very kindly donated some money to help with the funds for my trip, as a sponsor, so they're going to have their logo on the bike and on the website, and I'm just going over to discuss with him about some videos that we're going to do with him. So, trying to do some advanced rider training and, good tips for new riders and things like that, because I know I've got a lot of followers out there who are obviously bikers, and, I don't think there's ever too much to learn when you're riding a motorbike. So to get any tips off a professional instructor, with sort of 20 plus years experience is always good. So yeah, I'm just driving out there at the moment in my little Citroen C1 and having some breakfast. So I'm really starting to get pretty excited about my trip. It's still June at the moment, 2013, June 2013. So still quite a few months before I set off, but I've just finished fitting my luggage rack. So I've got some side boxes and a top box to carry all my gear with me, which is pretty exciting. And things are really starting to ramp up. I've got Newcastle Rider Training on board as the first big sponsor, and I've been having quite a few donations come through. I'm up to over 11% of my target of 2,500, which is great, really. That already still with 10 months to go, that I've met 10% of my target. So it's really positive, and I'm glad that there's so many people who are really taking on board what I'm trying to do, really. But at the same time, it's getting pretty nerve-wracking. If I think about the trip I did in 2011 when I didn't quite make it, obviously didn't have as much time to plan that whatsoever. But this time I've got a lot more time to plan. But then I think on top of that, there's a lot more expectation that I've got to really make this the one where I make it all the way up there. Nothing goes wrong, which is difficult, because you can never guarantee that on a 3-week motorbike adventure, especially with the weather up in the Arctic. But I've still got quite a few more building new houses. Quite a few more people to meet up. So this is just really the start of what's going on in terms of meeting up with Newcastle Rider Training. I've still got to meet up with Nomad Biker at some point and do my extreme environments course with them. So there's some ex-SAS guys. And then also a couple other sponsors that I'm trying to get on board, trying to close out. So there's some more things that I need to work on. But things are going really well on the social media side. So we've got over 800 followers now on Twitter, which is fantastic. Which my wife Kirsty helps me run the Twitter account, which is really good. And plenty of likes on Facebook, and the blog's up to nearly 10,000 views, which is great. And we're getting about 2,500 views a month, which is fantastic, really, that so many people are interested in what I'm doing. Yeah, so it's going quite well. So touch wood, it continues to go with the same momentum, because if I think it does, this could be a real success, and I could make a lot of money for Cerebra. And as well, I'm planning to go do some sort of a small trip this summer to go down to Wales to go and see the guys at Cerebra. There's a bike shop there, sorry. To go and see the people at Cerebra, just to speak with them and and understand further what they do and the families they've kind of helped, and maybe hopefully go and visit some families as well, just so we can really show everyone the great work that they do, because hopefully by now you've all seen my little brother Robbie, and how much they've helped him. But it'll be really good to show some other families, just so that it's not a one-off thing, that Cerebra really do help a lot of families. I've made some links with some families on Twitter who've been helped by Cerebra, So it's just about trying to link up with them and see if they would be willing for me to go and chat to them, just to show the amazing work that Cerebra do, really. Anyway, I'm almost at Newcastle rider training, so I'll log off now. Norton Commando. So I've just finished with Newcastle rider training, just chatting to Neil there, who's a very nice chap, and we've come up with some ideas of how we're going to incorporate Newcastle rider training into Arctic Ride. So I'm going to go and do an advanced motorbike lesson with Neil, so he can decipher how safe I am to be riding to the Arctic, see what bad habits I've picked up in the last 7 years. And also Neil's gonna record some videos for all the users and readers who are following Arctic Ride for some motorbike tips, really, things like how to overtake safely, tips for riding in the rain, riding in abroad, positioning, and trying to reverse people's bad habits. We all get into them, drive with no hands. That's a joke. And things like that. So very productive, really. So I've just got to try and coordinate a time and date which is going to be suitable for Neil to fit me into his schedule, fit into my schedule, and also to get all the filming equipment and all those sorts of things ready. So very productive. Very happy to have Newcastle rider training on board. Neil's also given me some leaflets which I can distribute at some of the events where I'm going to be showing off what I'm doing on my trip. So all good.